Hi guys, welcome to Berwick Mitsubishi. My name's Jamie and today I'm going to give you a full walk around video on this 2014 Holden Commodore VF SSV. Starting off at the front of the car, we'll run you through the condition, and that's inside and out, and also the features on the car as well. As you can see, starting with the front, you do get 4 color-coded parking sensors. You also get your daytime running lights just underneath them as well, and then also your fog lights as well. So with the daytime running lights, they're actually going to run the whole time the car is actually on. As you can see, you get the nice headlights as well that actually wrap into the side of the body just to give the car a nice stylish look and real aggressive look, being a Commodore as well. Now the front of the car, I do apologise, it is a bit wet, but I can assure you that the condition is really good. There are a couple minor stone chips here and there, but nothing unexpected for the age of the vehicle, but we've gone through the efforts to touch them up as well, so there's no further damage. We'll come around and we'll look at our first alloy wheel. As you can see, a nice design that Holden's gone with there as well. Real deep pockets with the actual holes on the wheels themselves to give the brakes and the brake rotors real good airflow and to cool them down much better as well. As you can see, there are just a little bit minor rash on the wheel itself, but again, nothing inconsistent for the age, and you do have really good tread left on that Michelin tyre as well. We'll keep working our way down. Now as you can see here, there is this stylish vent with the chrome garnish on the outside. It isn't actually a functional vent, it is just there for the style. You also get the side indicator integrated into that vent and the side fender as well. Do also get the colour-coded exterior mirrors with the colour door handles with the chrome garnish going through the door handle itself as well. As you can see right now, the car is locked, but just pressing this button here, as long as the key's in the vicinity, you just open up the door and that'll open it up, off you go. Looking inside the driver's compartment, as you can see as well, the leather's all in good tack. There are no major marks or anything on the leather itself, no holes, which is always important. And as you can see, the trims and the door jambs are all in good condition as well, and the carpet for that matter too, because the carpet's never cheap to replace. As you can see, where you get lazy and kick open the door, the previous owner hasn't been doing that much often, so that's in really good condition as well. Now, one thing I'd like to note is that the windows aren't tinted at all, so I would highly recommend that you do talk to us about getting the windows tinted here, not only for the heat concept of it, but also the protection of it if you actually have an accident as well. Now, looking at these two doors here, as you can see, they're also in very good condition, finished in the lovely peacock green as well. There's no major marks on those two doors that are worth pointing out. As you can see, you get the SS badging down the bottom as well, just to let everyone know you're not driving a normal car, it is an SS. Then coming to that back rear wheel now, as you can see again, a couple minor marks on the wheel itself again, but still really good condition all over. And again, a really good tread left on the tyres too, matching tyres front and rear, which is always good. Your fuel door is on the driver's side, just open that. It's as simple as pushing it once the car is actually unlocked. Now that the car's locked, it will not actually open. Coming to the back of the car, nice thing to note about this car, it does have the twin exhaust. It is an XFORCE exhaust as well, so it does have the upgraded exhaust. You get color-coded reverse parking sensors as well. You do get a factory reverse camera, which I will show you once we get inside the car. You also get the high mount stop light and the rear windscreen wiper, which is always important. We'll take a look inside the boot itself. As you can see, do have all your genuine floor mats in there as well, all in good condition. Get the cargo blind as well, so once this is actually closed, you can't actually see in the back of the boot, which is always good. And as you can see, this being a wagon, you do get massive amounts of space, and as you can imagine, you can put many things in the back of the car. Just going to open up the little parcel under here. As you can see, you do get a full-size spare alloy wheel, and by the looks of things, with the tyre still has the tyre writing on it, it doesn't look like it's ever been used. Now we'll close up the tailgate and we'll keep working our way down the passenger side of the vehicle. Again, just note the paintwork on the car, how good it actually does present. Third alloy wheel, again, couple marks here and there, and you do have the same Michelin tyre on this side as well, so as you can imagine, all 4 good tyres. Again, the paintwork's all intact on this side, with no major marks that are worth pointing out. If I'm being super picky for you guys, just a little bump on the mirror itself here, but it's just a plastic housing, not the actual paint, which is always good. Then coming to that fourth and final wheel. Now this wheel you can always expect a bit of rashing, as it's the one that you can't see when you're parking, and this wheel does have so, but again, 4 good tyres, the paintwork on the exterior of the car is really good, and as you saw from the driver's compartment, the previous owner has definitely maintained the vehicle. Alright guys, now taking a look underneath the bonnet. So what we have here is a 6-litre V8 engine. Now this engine usually produces 260 kilowatts and also 517 newton meters of torque, but as you can see, it does have a couple extras. As I mentioned before, it does have the XFORCE exhaust, do have the RAMJET over the radiator air intake as well, and as you can see here, it does say it's been GM Motorsports enhanced as well, so the figures might be changed. You might get a bit more power and torque. It does look like it has a full exhaust as well, as I can see, the actual extractors themselves don't look standard, which is a good feature to have on this car as well. Now, obviously the fuel consumption is obviously going to be changed as well with the added extras, but the good thing about this car, you can run it on E85 as well. So E85 is a bit cheaper than normal fuel sometimes, but it does give you also more performance as well. Right guys, now taking a look inside the SSV, the first thing to note is actually how well the interior is does present inside the car. So the previous owner's done a great job of looking after the inside of the vehicle as well as the outside. Starting off with the driver's side door, you do have all your power window controls. Now there is a button here that will light up orange to let you know once you have locked the windows. So if anyone keeps playing around with the windows, you can lock them out. Then all your mirror controls just above. All your central locking is right next to your door handle as well. And then behind the steering wheel, you have all your headlight controls. So as you can see, it is on auto now. So leaving on auto, it would actually do all the work for you. Also have the buttons for your fog lights, so you can turn them on and off as well, just by clicking that middle button in the center. Do have this little wheel here that springs up and down, so that actually just adjusts the brightness in the center cluster itself. So if you wanted brighter or lighter, brighter or darker, you can do that just by that as well. On your right hand stalk, you have your indicators, your high beams, also menu button here as well. So just to flick through the actual center screen, that'll just show you a couple of different things. And then on the actual left hand stalk, you have your front and rear windscreen wipers. So not many cars have rear windscreen wipers, but obviously this being a wagon, it does come with a rear windscreen wiper. On the steering wheel itself, as you can see, the Holden do a really good job of giving you a nice sporty steering wheel. It is leather wrapped, which is always good. On the right hand side of the steering wheel, you have all your media controls, and then the left hand side is where all your cruise control settings are. Good thing about the steering wheel too as well, it's been cut off at the bottom, so it gives a real nice feel, and this being a sports car, Holden's done a great job of doing that as well. Does have a proximity key, as I mentioned before, with the keyless entry, so same with starting the car. As long as the key's actually in the car, you just have your foot in the brake and press that button there, and the car will start to life. Moving into the main entertainment system now, as you can see, it does have satellite navigation up and running, so it also does have AM, FM radio, USB, Bluetooth and AUX as well. Let's just show you quickly through it. So as you can see, nice couple different apps, really easy to use, nice and fast as well, which is always good. Unlike a lot of systems on the market that take a little longer to actually do something once you click the button. Down below is all your climate control. It is dual zone climate control, so just to show you that, you can actually have two different temperatures from the driver and the passenger, which you will see right there, which is always good for husband and wife because they never agree, unfortunately. Little compartment down here, which is actually pretty big, so Holden's done a good job of doing that as well, because it does have the 12-volt socket here, so probably somewhere where you'd keep your phone and charge your phone. Also, your 6-speed automatic gearbox. Now, you can drive this car as a normal automatic, or you can actually put it across to what they call the sport shift, and you'll see in the middle screen it does say sports mode on, so I'll just show you that again. So sports mode on, and then you can actually shift through the gears manually. So if you don't want to drive a manual, but you want to feel like you're driving a manual, you can just put it into the sport shift. Do get your traction control button as well, so if for any reason you do need to turn that off, you can do so. This button here, the car can actually parallel park itself, so if it does have the right amount of space in front and behind the car, it can actually parallel park the car itself. You do have a button to turn off your parking sensors front and rear as well, so if they are driving you crazy, you can turn them off. And then you have your electronic handbrake, so when the handbrake is on, there's a little P symbol that comes up in the dash. So just to show you there is a P symbol, and then once it's actually off, it'll actually turn off that light as well, so you'll never forget when the handbrake's off or on. To your two cup holders with the nice chrome garnish around it, just to give it a good stylish look. And then inside the leather wrapped armrest, which is in really good condition. As you can see, there's a plenty amount of storage in there as well. You do get a 12-volt socket, USB as I mentioned before, and AUX, and then this little slot here, so if the key actually goes dead in the car, you won't actually be able to start the car because you don't have the physical key start. So you just chuck the key in this hole here, and it's like you've put it with the old-fashioned way, and you can still just press the start button and the car will start. Now I'm just going to get the camera person to pan around the interior, show you the condition of the vehicle. As you can see, you do get the black suede with the white stitching being the SSV, and as you can imagine, it's all in really good condition and looks fantastic as well. Then once we're done doing that, we'll jump outside the car and we'll run through a couple more things. But just before I finish, I'll go through the service history, as that's always important. So let me just grab the book out while we're panning around. So here we are, looking at the service history now. So the first service done at 13,000 kilometers. Then the next one at 25, 34, 45, 53, 64, and I believe That's the last service, yes, because we're at 66 now. So as you can see, really good service history with the vehicle as well, which is always important. So hopefully that's given you a really good representation of not only the condition, but also the main features on the car as well. Now, just a couple of things before I go. As I was mentioning before, with the window tint that we offer here, I would highly recommend that you do take advantage and package it together with the glass coat we offer here as well. Now, it is actually going to give you a lifetime warranty on the paintwork of the vehicle. So if anything happens to the paint, like tree sap, paint fade, bird droppings, bat droppings, and a lot more things down the line as well, would actually give you a lifetime warranty. So if it does happen, the company we use will assess the damage, and if they can't repair it on site, they actually respray that whole panel for free. Now, another thing I would like to mention as well, and I would highly advise to take advantage of is our premium mechanical protection plan. So it's going to give you an additional 5 years, up to 200,000 kilometres of mechanical and electrical protection on 181 parts. It's going to give you unlimited claims up to $3,600 per claim, and 10 years of premium roadside assist with 250 kilometres of free towing. Now, these are additional costs, but if you package it in our finance, Julie and Mara will show you how minimal the actual cost is once you add it all in. Last thing before I go, with a 4.8 star rating on Google with over 950 reviews from our Australia-wide customers, not only can you be assured you're buying a fantastic car, but you're dealing with the right dealership and the right quality of people to deal with as well. Again, number to call, 99070555. My name is Jamie, and thank you for watching.